Why is this process shifting dimensions taking so long? I wondered the other day. Why does it take so long for me to shift from 3D to 5D? And I'm like almost there, and then it's going back and forth and back and forth. Or, in other words, why does it take so long for me to just stay here, present, seated with myself? And not as the human, but more as the multidimensional self. Why does it take so long? Because if you follow me a bit, this summer, that's about 6 months ago, I had an absolute collapse, exhausted, 3 weeks, couldn't do anything. And I was like, what's going on? And all the carpets were taken underneath for me. My energy was taken away and my money. And there I was, couldn't do anything, couldn't do work. I have this business online. I was done. I was scattered energetically. And from there, I have realized, just very quickly realized that, okay, this is all, everything is for a reason. So why is this? I think it is because I'm pushed to walk the path of life as I thought then. I think it's really different. It's actually a very different reason. And that's what I want to address today in this video. So if these are videos you like, that one is that one is appreciated. Subscribe and all these things. So yeah, I really thought, and I've been talking about that for long, like the path of life is almost like a golden thread. The tiredness, and I still have that. Whenever I do something that is not aligned, I get tired, right? It's very subtle first, but very quickly I'm exhausted. So, but I come back from it immediately when I come back to myself. So I said, it looks like, and that's what I've been doing for half a year, the path that I'm walking is now like a golden thread. It's like, or a silk, it's thin. There's no mishap possible anymore. You can, but it costs you your energy. And you might not have energy drop. You get eczema or headaches or get sick or depressed or whatever it is. You know the difference between the feeling of being aligned, feeling light, easy, life is easy, things go in flow, and you still do life, but not from pushing, making it happen, and especially that one. All right. So why do I say that is not so much? Because this path goes somewhere, right? So why am I talking about? I don't think that is exactly what it is, because I was wondering, why does it take almost 6 months and I'm still not back on my feet? Well, I'm sitting here, I'm good, I'm feeling good, but money issue still there. And well, energy, yeah, my energy is really good if I just follow myself, stay with myself. So a path, a thread, is it sounds like you have to get somewhere. It implies that you need to go somewhere or be something or get somewhere. But there's nothing there to go to, I understand more and more. Because everything is already freaking here. We are already enlightened, we are already abundant, we are already joyful, we are everything you can imagine. It's already naturally who we are. And I know that, and you know that. And the only thing that happened, and the reason I collapsed or everything's taken from me, because this is the time I came here, you came here, this is why we're on Earth. So come on, wake up that last part. Don't sleep. And I was already living so aligned. I was like, what else? So I have clarity, what else? Last week's video, I spoke about, I'm just taking you always through what I'm experiencing, my insights, my journey, right? And I'm sure that I speak from a place that a lot of people resonate with. That's why I'm sharing this. That's why I think it's important to talk about it. Last week was like so vulnerable, but it's okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it out there, of course. So, what am I doing then that if I know I'm already everything, it's all there, so why the hell am I, oh, that sounds a bit rough, why the heck am I not that? Why am I not allowing that more? Why am I not? And I'm allowing and I'm doing and so. And I'm often in a space of joy and I'm there. But the thing is, I'm leaving that position. And what is the position? The position is my natural habitat, I want to say. Well, why not? My natural habitat of being it all, of having it all, of things are coming to me with such ease. And then I abandon that over and over and over again. And when I abandon it, that's where life gets difficult. And it gets subtler and subtler, right? And what I'm doing now, I'm applying for jobs and it starts to flow. I have conversations with people, interviews they're called. So yeah, it looks very good. When I'm into the process of applying, when I started now to look into a job and prepare for it or the interview, and I'm okay with doing that. I feel in the moment I want to do that because that's really the most important thing. If I don't feel I don't want to do it, if I feel a resistance, even though it would be really good thing, my mindset thinks it's not going to happen. So I follow that. That's already great, right? Before I thought, that's it, right? No, that's one element of it. The other one is, yesterday I was reading things and studying things and investigating things. And in the end, I felt again, I was not tired, but my energy was just a bit, Well, in the morning, I'm joyful, I have energy like now. I'm like, okay, what still happens there? I still leave myself a bit. I don't stay in a joy. As if it's not possible, in my mind, really, as if it is not possible to be really seated here, with my back against the chair, with my feet on the ground, with my breath regulated, presence, and doing whatever I'm doing. As if I feel that is not possible at the same time. I find it still challenging to do that at the same time when it's something that I do which is not the most exciting thing to do, or is not the most, it's not that it's not aligned, but I'd rather do something else. If I have a choice, that's not exactly what I would prefer to do. Let me put it like that. So, if there's anything like that, I leave. And not fully, otherwise my energy would be totally depleted. But I leave. Why would I leave this expanded self, this beauty that I am? I need a sneeze, wait. Didn't come. This person that has unlimited possibilities, right? Unconditional love. That is what I am. And then I'm leaving that. I keep saying it, I'm repeating it because it's so ridiculous, isn't it? Why don't I just stay here? Which I can really do that. So that's, I think, the whole reason. Not really all, but partly the job. Looking for a job. Can I stay there while I do this, being here? Because I think instead of the path, now I'm coming to what I said in the beginning, I don't think it's so much a path. The challenge is, or the invitation rather, is staying here. But that means, what does it mean then staying here? Because that's really the invitation. Not give any meaning to things in my life. I feel that's why it takes so long. because I give things meaning. The fact that I lost all my money, nothing there. What does it mean about me? Having money feels it's kind of a little bit, it's relaxed, you can relax into it, but I hadn't realized it also makes me someone that has money, so apparently I did something well. And I give that a meaning, although not consciously, but I did. And when it all was taken away, it was like, oof, I feel a bit less easy and all that. In the beginning, I definitely. And I'm slowly coming back to that. And I'm now, without money, can feel still very expanded and all. But it took a bit. 6 months is not that long in a lifetime, of course, but it feels a lifetime. So not to give that any meaning anymore, and I think that's why it takes, I don't know if it's long or not, doesn't matter. For me, it feels long. That's why it takes time. Because I give this still meaning. And there's so many more. I think I will have more examples. I don't prepare this thing, so let's see what comes up. Because this is most important. I still attach to things, right? So I'm still attached to having money, and not just because I love having it, but I still put a meaning to it. I am someone because I have money. And it's true now that I do with so little, which is a beautiful thing to experience as well. Not always, but in general, I can be very cool about it, to my surprise. Can be really okay with it, but I rather, if I have a preference, it's the opposite, of course. What did I want to say about that? Yeah, the meaning I give it. Only when that goes away, I feel things will resolve easier. What other meaning? The meaning that things don't work out for me. I was still a bit frustrated about how come that I am so freaking spiritual. I do everything right? I'm not really like the one that always meditates and eat raw food or and do yoga and all. That's not me, really. But I don't think that's relevant to being, although it can be very beneficial, that's not relevant to being spiritual. Spiritual for me is that I understand I have a higher self. There's this space from where I want to live from. That for me is being spiritual. And spiritual journey is for me to be more and more this, right? Living from my higher self through my human, having a human experience. And I was doing that to a certain point. But clearly not enough. So I was getting frustrated. I was, the last month's moments that I'm really frustrated. I mean, why does this need to take so long? I'm doing everything right. You might have heard this. But it's not the doing. It's nothing to do with the doing it right. It's about the place that I am and the meaning I give things. And probably next week I come with something new because I'm discovering it on the way. But I do notice I'm still attached. The fact that I'm frustrated, at the moment I'm not really. Just now and then I'm like, why it takes so long? Because I believe I need to arrive somewhere. But there's no freaking place to arrive. It's not like I went through a journey and now I will be somewhere. It's always been here. Hello. When are you getting it? It's always been here. There's no place to arrive. Just stop giving it meaning. So the journey means something. To arrive means something, right? To get the job means something. Am I someone that has no energy or a lot of energy? I did give that meaning. Well, now it's fine, and I love that became my navigation system. Sometimes I miss the drive, the just going for things. The fact that I'm missing it, and I've spoke about that before, the fact that I felt, it's less now, but that just giving things no meaning and being absolutely neutral feels boring. And it less and less is so, luckily. It's really go beyond all that. To not a place, but really feel this is who I am. And from here I'm operating. And I love that phrase from Buddhism. I'm seated. I'm seated. I'm here. I feel my back and I'm not moving from here. Whatever I do in life, move, go and do things. Now the sneeze is coming. So yeah, moving. And I do things, but I can do it from this space. And I don't give anything meaning. So there might be something, emotions that still come up. Oh, okay, you're here. Hi. Or something goes very well. Oh, great, went very well. Or whatever happens, whatever emotion, whatever setback, whatever shows up, I don't give it meaning. And that is not always easy. For example, the other day I got a bill which was so high and I was like, what? I didn't understand what it was. I immediately called in my state of, what? So I sounded super sincere because I was. And I'm like, I don't understand where this amount comes from. And he explained it and he said what I needed to do. So I started to follow up. And while I was talking to another company that where I needed to do payment, any blah, 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 I started to look at the letter. And I thought, this is a gas bill for 1.5 months. And it's so freaking high. Something is wrong. So after I'd done all that, I called back the guy and I said, the more I look at this, the more I don't understand why this bill is so high. So we looked at it together and he says, it's indeed out of proportion. But I did it from I don't know if that's what helped, but I was seated, I was in a place of all these emotions were there, but I never had the feeling, I can't pay this. Well, there was a bit of stress in the moment. But also, there was not even I'm going to resolve this or not resolve this. I didn't know. All I knew was I needed to act upon it. And in the end, he says, yeah, you're right. And boop, reduced it, and it was so little bit left. And I was really happy about that. But somehow also like, yeah, of course. I don't know if I explained that well. I don't know if that helps, but yeah. What else to say? For me, maybe there's what I would had given it meaning, like I'm screwed. Oh, that could be I'm screwed. I'm not able to pay this. Well, that went through my head. I'm not able to pay this. But the meaning, what it means, like who am I that I cannot pay that? Or any meaning I could have given it, right? Or all the scarcity I could have gone to, or I'm not enough, or nah, none of that came to mind. So I think I stayed more seated. It felt easy to have those conversations. And it felt like, oh yeah, this is who I am. This is who I've always been. Things always work out for me. And now what I did, immediately I went to call. There was no time to contemplate and start thinking over and over about it. No, action immediately, which didn't get me into that spiral. I don't know. But it feels like this is how I always operated. And it's good to come back to that. What else do I want to say about this? I'm just very curious how you experience this. I need to sneeze. This is bright lights. They always make me sneeze. So the last thing I want to say about it is what I'm going to do is just try, and maybe you want to try that as well, whatever feels right for you, is to really try to be seated here, or I'm always here, but not leave it. That's what it is more. Let's turn it around. I'm always here. It's never left. It's never gone. It's just that I don't that I go away from it. That's what I do. So to feel more that presence that I am. And whenever there is something something that happens in my reality, I don't even have to leave it or not. That doesn't matter. But to be really aware, am I giving this any meaning? And I also really love the question, who is giving this meaning? Is that my expanded self, my presence? Or is it that human that is separated again, that is leaving it and has a judgment? Because often the meaning is given from that separation, right? Perhaps also from here, I don't know. But no, when I feel I'm fully present here, that's everything just goes and flows and it's fine. But yeah, that's the practice that I'm going to do now. Perhaps you want to do with me. Curious where you are with this. All right, that's it for today. Much love, dear one. Much love. Wonderful to do this together with you. Without you, there wasn't any of these videos. I'm not going to talk for myself all the time. It's there to share. Much love, and I see you in another one. Bye-bye.